In the fast-paced world of social media, Amanda Rivers was a rising star. At 27 years old, she had built a massive following across platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Known for her no-filter attitude and unapologetic takes, Amanda wasn't afraid to stir the pot. Her fans loved her sharp tongue and sassy comebacks, but that boldness was about to land her in unexpected territory. One evening, as Amanda scrolled through her Twitter feed, a post popped up that instantly grabbed her attention. It was a photo of Elon Musk, the tech billionaire and CEO of Tesla and SpaceX. But it wasn't the sleek electric car in the background or his latest AI announcement that caught her eye. It was the small silver cross necklace hanging around his neck. Amanda smirked. Since when did the man of science start clinging to fairy tales? She muttered. Without a second thought, she typed out a tweet. LOL. Elon Musk wearing a cross necklace? What's next? Does he believe in the tooth fairy too? Stick to rockets, not relics. Clownface # science over superstition. Satisfied with her sarcasm, she hit post and tossed her phone aside. Within minutes, the tweet exploded with likes, retweets, and comments. Her followers cheered her on, mocking the idea that one of the world's most brilliant minds would wear a religious symbol. By midnight, Amanda's tweet was trending. News outlets even picked up the story. Influencer takes a jab at Elon Musk's cross necklace, one headline read. She was thrilled until the next morning. When Amanda woke up, her notifications were on fire. Thousands of new comments flooded in, but the tone had shifted. Instead of applause, a wave of backlash poured through her mentions. One comment stood out. Before you judge someone's beliefs, maybe learn the why behind them. Musk isn't as shallow as you think. It was from Justine Wilson, Elon Musk's ex-wife. Amanda's stomach twisted. Why would she care? And more importantly, why was everyone suddenly defending Elon? Curious, Amanda clicked on a link someone shared, a podcast interview Elon had done the week before. In it, Elon opened up about why he started wearing the cross necklace. As Amanda listened, her heart pounded faster. I wear it for my mother, Elon explained in the interview. She gave it to me before she passed away. It's a reminder that some things, love, faith, hope, are bigger than technology. Amanda froze. She felt a chill run down her spine. His mother passed away? She had no idea. Suddenly, her snarky tweet didn't feel so clever anymore. But the backlash? That was just beginning. The morning after Amanda's tweet blew up, her phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Notifications poured in far more than she was used to. At first, she thought it was just another viral moment. But as she scrolled through the replies, a sinking feeling crept into her chest. Wow, mocking a man for honoring his mother. Classy. You call yourself open-minded but can't respect personal beliefs? Hypocrite. Imagine being this proud of ignorance. Grow up. Amanda's hands trembled as she swiped through the wave of angry responses. It wasn't just Musk's fans calling her out. Celebrities, scientists, and even fellow influencers were joining the conversation. She was becoming the villain. Her DMs were worse. Hate messages poured in by the hundreds. Hope you enjoy your 15 minutes of fame. It's about to be over. You lost a follower. Your arrogance is exhausting. Maybe learn about someone before tearing them down. Amanda's throat tightened. She had faced criticism before, part of the job, right? But this felt different. The narrative was slipping out of her control, and her carefully curated image as a bold, witty influencer was turning into an arrogant bully. By lunchtime, her brand deals started pulling out. First, it was a skincare line she had worked with for months. Then, an athleisure company canceled their upcoming campaign. Thousands of dollars gone because of a single tweet. Frustrated, she called her manager, Tina, hoping for reassurance. Tina, this is ridiculous. Amanda huffed. It was just a joke. I didn't mean to offend anyone. You messed with the wrong person, Amanda, Tina replied, her voice tense. Elon Musk isn't just any celebrity, he's practically an icon. People admire him for his intelligence and his resilience. Mocking something personal like his mother's memory? Not a good look. I didn't know it was for his mom, Amanda protested. That's the problem, you didn't bother to find out, Tina shot back. And now we're in damage control mode. Amanda slumped into her couch. How had one tweet unraveled everything? She was always outspoken, but this felt like a whole new level of disaster. Her email inbox was no better. One after another, public relations firms offered crisis management services. Each one outlined the same thing, apologize publicly, fast. But Amanda wasn't sure she wanted to. Why should she apologize for being honest? Wasn't free speech a thing anymore? Still, as the hours dragged on and the anger online intensified, a nagging voice whispered in the back of her mind. Maybe you went too far this time. And Elon Musk? He hadn't even responded. But he would soon, and when he did, Amanda's world would never be the same. By the next morning, Amanda felt like she was living a nightmare. Major media outlets had picked up the story, and hashtag Amanda Rivers apologized trended across Twitter. Every news site, from Forbes to TMZ, was dissecting her comment. Despite the pressure, Amanda refused to back down. "I'm not apologizing for having an opinion," she muttered to herself. She crafted a follow-up tweet, hoping to regain control of the narrative. People are so sensitive these days. It's 2025, are we still letting ancient superstitions dictate our lives? I stand by my words. Hashtag facts over feelings. She hit send, convinced that doubling down was the power move. But by noon, everything changed. Elon Musk finally broke his silence. And instead of the witty clapback Amanda expected, his response was surprisingly calm. He didn't post a long rant. No insults. Just a simple message, but it was enough to shake the internet. "I wear this cross for my mother. She believed kindness was the greatest force in the universe. I'm trying to live up to that, wish I were better at it sometimes. Anyway, no hard feelings, Amanda. Hope life treats you well. Globe showing Americas." Amanda stared at the screen, speechless. His words weren't sarcastic. They weren't angry. Instead, his grace and warmth felt like a punch to the gut. And the internet? It exploded. Comments flooded in, praising Musk's response. "This is how you handle hate with class. Respect." Elon Musk just gave Amanda a masterclass in dignity. She should take notes. You tried to drag him, but he rose above it. That's real power. The backlash against Amanda turned into a full-blown avalanche. Influencers she had once called friends distanced themselves. Brands who hadn't already dropped her quietly removed her face from their campaigns. But the worst part? Her own fans started turning on her. One of her longest followers wrote, "I used to admire your confidence, but this whole situation showed your true colors. You're not bold, you're just mean." Unfollowing. By the evening, Amanda had lost 200,000 followers across her platforms. Panic clawed at her chest. How had it come to this? She had built her career by being blunt, but suddenly her sharp words were destroying everything she had worked for. Her manager called again. This time, Tina's tone was cold and professional. "Amanda, this is serious. If you don't fix this now, you can kiss your career goodbye." Amanda swallowed hard. She wasn't used to feeling powerless. But for the first time in years, her carefully crafted image was crumbling, and she had no idea how to stop it. And deep down, she knew the truth. Elon didn't destroy her reputation. She did it herself. Amanda spent the next few hours glued to her phone, watching her social empire fall apart. Each notification felt like a blow. A new unfollow, a canceled collaboration, another angry comment. For the first time in her career, she felt small. The online world she had once dominated now felt like a courtroom, and she was the one on trial. Late that night, as the chaos swirled around her, Amanda's pride began to crack. She opened Elon's tweet again and read his words slowly. "I'm trying to live up to that. Wish I were better at it sometimes." Despite being one of the most powerful men in the world, he showed humility. Meanwhile, she had responded with arrogance. Amanda sighed and leaned back against the couch, staring at the ceiling. Was this really who she wanted to be? Her thoughts were interrupted by a message from an unexpected name. Justine Wilson, Elon Musk's ex-wife. It was short but direct. "You have a platform, use it to build, not tear down. I hope you understand that before it's too late." Amanda's heart pounded. This wasn't just about a tweet anymore, it was about who she was becoming. At 3 a.m., sleep nowhere in sight, she did something she hadn't done in a long time. She opened her laptop and started researching. She read interviews, articles, and personal stories about Elon Musk, far beyond the memes and headlines. She learned about his challenging childhood in South Africa, marked by bullying and isolation, how he poured everything into his dreams, even when people called him crazy. The quiet acts of kindness he rarely talked about, like funding education programs and relief efforts. And, of course, she learned about his mother, Mae Musk, a woman of resilience and grace who had always believed in him. By sunrise, Amanda's perspective had shifted. She wasn't angry anymore. She was ashamed. For years, she thought being loud meant being right. But now, she realized something else. True strength is in humility. She knew what she had to do next. That morning, Amanda crafted a different kind of tweet, one that came from the heart. "I messed up. In trying to be funny, I disrespected something deeply personal to Elon Musk. After learning more about his journey, I realize now that my words were careless and unkind. I'm sorry to Elon, to his family, and to everyone I let down. Lesson learned. Folded hands. She held her breath as she hit post. This wasn't a PR stunt. No excuses. No deflection. Just the truth. And the internet? It noticed. At first, the responses were skeptical, but as people saw her sincerity, the tide slowly began to turn. Owning your mistakes takes courage, respect. Glad to see you learning and growing. We all mess up sometimes. Even some former fans returned, writing, "This is the Amanda I loved, honest, not perfect. Welcome back." But the most unexpected response came later that afternoon from Elon Musk himself. He replied with just 4 words. Apology accepted. Keep growing. Amanda stared at the screen, tears welling up in her eyes. For the first time in days, the weight on her chest lifted. This wasn't just a reputation recovery, it was a wake-up call. In the days following her public apology, Amanda felt a shift. Not just online, but within herself. Her inbox, once flooded with hate, began filling with messages of support. Fans shared their own stories of growth and second chances. Even brands that had dropped her began reaching out again, impressed by the maturity she showed. But Amanda knew this wasn't about damage control, it was about becoming better. For the first time in years, she stepped back from chasing viral moments and focused on what mattered. She started using her platform to lift others up. Instead of sarcastic takedowns, she highlighted stories of kindness and resilience, including the quiet ways Elon Musk had helped people behind the scenes. One day, Amanda posted a photo that surprised everyone. Around her neck hung a simple silver cross, the same kind Elon wore. Her caption read, "I don't wear this for religion. I wear it to remind myself that grace is greater than pride, and that it's never too late to grow. Thank you, Elon Musk, for the lesson I didn't know I needed." Red heart. The post went viral, but not for the usual reasons. This time, it wasn't controversy fueling the conversation. It was humility and growth. And Elon? He liked the post quietly, no fanfare, no need for attention. Just a simple acknowledgement that Amanda had learned what many never do. Your words have power. Use them wisely. Months later, Amanda found herself invited to a private event hosted by SpaceX. At first, she assumed it was a mistake. But when she arrived, she found a handwritten note waiting for her. It said, "Everyone makes mistakes. What defines us is how we rise afterward. Keep rising, Elon." Amanda smiled to herself. The woman who once thrived on tearing others down had learned the most valuable lesson of all. True influence isn't about being loud. It's about lifting others higher. And she would never forget it. In the days following her public apology, Amanda felt a shift. Not just online, but within herself. Her inbox, once flooded with hate, began filling with messages of support. Fans shared their own stories of growth and second chances. Even brands that had dropped her began reaching out again, impressed by the maturity she showed. But Amanda knew this wasn't about damage control, it was about becoming better. For the first time in years, she stepped back from chasing viral moments and focused on what mattered. She started using her platform to lift others up. Instead of sarcastic takedowns, she highlighted stories of kindness and resilience, including the quiet ways Elon Musk had helped people behind the scenes. One day, Amanda posted a photo that surprised everyone. Around her neck hung a simple silver cross, the same kind Elon wore. Her caption read, "I don't wear this for religion. I wear it to remind myself that grace is greater than pride, and that it's never too late to grow. Thank you, Elon Musk, for the lesson I didn't know I needed." Red heart. The post went viral, but not for the usual reasons. This time, it wasn't controversy fueling the conversation. It was humility and growth. And Elon? He liked the post quietly, no fanfare, no need for attention. Just a simple acknowledgement that Amanda had learned what many never do. Your words have power. Use them wisely. Months later, Amanda found herself invited to a private event hosted by SpaceX. At first, she assumed it was a mistake. But when she arrived, she found a handwritten note waiting for her. It said, "Everyone makes mistakes. What defines us is how we rise afterward. Keep rising, Elon. Amanda smiled to herself. The woman who once thrived on tearing others down had learned the most valuable lesson of all. True influence isn't about being loud. It's about lifting others higher. And she would never forget it.